Hi, I'm Alex Archbold, and I've been buying and selling antiques since I was 9 years old. From basements to scrapyards, I'll look just about anywhere I can to find lost antiques and collectibles. And sometimes I'll go big and buy everything. With my wife and kids, we run an antique shop in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, filled with some of the most unique items we can find. I never know what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet. This is our life, this is our adventure, and this is Curiosity Inc.
From home, honey.
Well, today is the big day. Today is the day that the pad is finally going in for the building. We met early this morning with the engineer and he said it's good to pour. Everything looked good, so Kevin's preparation was all good. In about an hour's time, the cement truck is pulling up, and this time I said make sure they don't have any calcium in that mix, because you have to go back and watch the other videos. When we poured the patio, they had too much calcium in the mix and it actually was hardening while it was coming out of the truck. Apparently they had to go back and jackhammer the cement truck out when they got back. It was a huge ordeal, and they had to hammer out and remove the entire pad. We don't want that mistake happening, especially with the amount of work that's gone into preparing this and the materials involved. It'd be hugely costly. So we're gonna hope that everything goes great, and in an hour, we're gonna have a cement truck here pouring us a new pad. For the time being though, I've got to get to the shop and get ready to open, because I do have to work today and get the doors open for regular customers to come through. I think I'm approaching officially being eccentric. These are my rides today. I've got my choice of the old Jag, which is cool, or Ghostbusters car. I don't know what's gotten into me. I guess I just wanted to have big toys when I grew up. I guess first I have to grow up. Let's go check and see how things are looking over on site. That is a heck of a long pipe. That's like a 20-foot pipe. Rebar is all in. Forms are ready. I think they're just about ready for the truck to come. The forms look like they're going in for the curb. This is the part that comes up a little bit higher that your wall actually sits on. They're just putting that in all the way around. And after this gets poured in a little over an hour's time, at some point when Frederick, who's my contractor, comes, we're gonna have to get this dug out and put insulation foam all on the outside before we rebury it again, just as an added fire barrier. But it sure is coming along, and I guess it's just final prep work right now. This is what has shown up. This is a pumper truck, an overhead pumper. What they do is they will back a cement truck to the back. He'll run his hopper into the back of it, and then it pumps overhead. This giant crane kind of goes over top of the building. We had to do it in the front because there's no power lines or anything here. If we were to do it from the alley side, we'd have all sorts of obstructions. So another 30 minutes or so and the cement truck comes. And then this guy can do his job, and we'll make the magic happen. This truck and this whole setup reminds me when you go to the carnival or something, they're setting up some crazy ride.
Oh yeah.
Like it's gonna be a big spinning wheel at the end of it. You guys could always re-outfit the trucks to do carnival rides next. Just waiting on the cement truck, but we're pretty well ready to go. This big giant arm stretching out over top of my old store has a big hose attached to it that will pump the cement exactly where they want it. Fellow, I don't know where he went, but the guy that's operating the truck has a remote control, and you actually steer it with the joystick, and it moves it all around, and it just puts all the concrete exactly where you want it to go until you're all done. And Kevin, who's my contractor, and his guys have to work like the wind to smooth it all down. Oh, there he is. That's the man who's going to work the remote control right there. He's got his pipes all set up, and we'll be geared up, ready to go right away here. Finally here, the cement truck has arrived. They're just going to clear the traffic and get into position. The idea is to back up here so they can load it right in the back. The guys have everything all prepped and ready. Now it's just a matter of them getting in position. Best has the remote control. He's getting ready to control this, and then they're gonna start. The pump operator works closely with the team, walking with them as they move so he can move the concrete pump in the correct direction. They're working fast. The very first step was filling the outer edge. Now that that's complete, the guys are starting to work their way from the center out, and they're going to start the raking process to smooth it out. Well, I found out what the super duper long pole was for. It was for their device they use for putting a smooth pattern on the concrete. So that when they get halfway across the yard here, they can still reach it. The more you know. Well, the guys continue to work. I've come back inside because I do have to run my store today. And plus, it's awfully noisy outside. If you couldn't pick up what I was saying, basically, they did the outer edge. Now they're starting to get it all smoothed down. The last step will be the curb that the wall sits on, and then all the final finishing. I think right now where they're at, we're waiting on the next cement truck to come. I think they've just about emptied this one. Once that next truck comes, they are going to get it offloaded. And I'll pop my head out there and see. But all the neighbors are coming around and watching what's happening. Bob's here, and it's just an overall good day. It's beautiful, it's sunny outside. Couldn't have asked for better weather for this to happen. And with that, the trucks are gone. And the guys are finishing up. Well, after a long day's work, it's done. And so this will have to cure for about a week's time before we start doing major construction on it. We can walk on it probably later today. I'm not going to, but you could. Can't drive on it for a while, and you certainly can't build just yet. So we're gonna give it a week, let it set nice and solid. Then I'm gonna have Frederick come in and we'll start putting the walls up. I'm gonna start getting ready for the door to go in, and the heating system and all that good stuff. It is just remarkable to see this finally taking shape. It is the next day. As I said, we're taking a week to let the concrete harden before we start the construction of the building, but that's not gonna stop us from getting the roof done on the little shed in the backyard. So Hans and Zenobia are gonna be doing the work for me today. I believe they're just out getting materials, but I had to bring the foreman with me. Had to bring Abigail. She's gonna be hanging out with Dad today, and we're gonna go check out the backyard. I believe I had paid a company to come and take all the garbage away, so we'll make sure that's gone and come up with a game plan. So this wasn't here before.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, we can walk on it today too. It looks like it rained last night, so we have a little bit of water on it. But look, now it goes right to my door, which got a little spattery stuff on it. I guess we'll have to clean that off later. That's all right. But what do you think?
It looks good.
Yeah, I think so too. What?
Is that door new?
No, yeah, the door got replaced. That's where the people made a bad decision and broke into our store. And we had to get it fixed and repaired. But yeah, those doors are new. We're going to be doing a mural on them. Not on this side though, so I do have to get that washed off, but I'm not going to stress about that just yet because there's going to be a lot of construction happening here. But what we are doing is we're waiting for Hans to come back. I guess he was here already. I missed him. He dropped some materials off. And we're going to be doing the roof on this little guy here today. Well, there are signs that Hans has been here. He's got his ladder. He's got some shingles and a tarp. It looks like some pry bars. What we're doing is the roof. Now on this side, you might go, yeah, it doesn't look all that great, but it's not terrible. Well, it's not good at all. Because when you walk around to the other side, I don't know if I can even see it from here. See it from the parking lot. There's like nothing left. These shingles are toast. In fact, I'm surprised that it was keeping the water out at all, and we'll probably have to replace some boards under there too. When your roof gets like that, you know you're way overdue. I'll see if maybe, if he brought any of his other materials, maybe we can cut some of these branches out, because my little trees are starting to invade into these guys' parking lot. We don't want that. And it's my accountant. He's very subtly asked me a few times, like, would you mind trimming back? Well, that one's his, that's on his side. But some of these are on mine. I don't know if he'll have time to do it today. I'll have to make sure to put our little angel weather vane back up top there too. Quite like it. Abigail has a very important job today, right honey?
Yep.
And you, well, why don't you tell them what you're gonna be doing?
I'm gonna be painting that.
Yes, because when Hans put the door in, we moved the old one over a bit, so there's a little bit of paint in here that's missing. So we went to Home Depot.
Yeah.
We got it color matched. Ba-ba-ba-bum. And now you get to work, so I'm gonna leave you to do that. While Abigail is working on the paint, she's doing a lovely job, I am gonna be picking up garbage. I'm using this handy dandy grabber thingy that one of you at home sent me. So thank you for sending me this. I am actually gonna be putting it into practice today. I think it was sent when I was working on the hoarder houses. You said, oh, if you can't reach something, you can use this. Well, it's gonna be great for picking up garbage around the yard too. So I'm gonna get at it. I better go catch my garbage bag before it flies away too.
Hello there, folks.
Hey, where'd you come from?
I dropped in from Mars.
Oh, I think. Wait, does that make you, since you're Viking, are you like Thor or something?
Hey, well, maybe. Hey, maybe.
Well, if you hit your thumb with a hammer today, it might get a little Thor.
With a sword, yeah.
Yuckity, yuck, yuck, yuck. So you got the materials okay?
Oh, yeah. We got it. We had to go to the West End, 2 different stops, but we did get them.
Yeah, so this is, you didn't see this, right? This is all new. Yeah.
Looks very good. I like the pony wall and stuff they did. That is good because now it'll keep the moisture out.
That's the plan, yeah. They do this sort of little cribbing, this little bit of stub wall there, just so.
But why now? My only question is, why is there no anchor bolt?
Oh, that's my other contractor's gonna put all that stuff in.
They should have put it in.
I know, it would have been easier probably to do it beforehand, but I guess they're gonna have to figure it out after the fact now. But look.
So now you got to take a hammer drill, right? And you got to go.
Oh, they'll figure it out. But the bonus is, look, it has a in-floor swimming pool right now.
And you know, actually, this isn't that bad. It's only maybe 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah, it rained pretty heavy last night. Abigail was enjoying it.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, the water. She was splashing around in
I
there.
got my mask in.
Oh yeah, she dropped her mask in it. So that.
Oh no!
Yeah, did it float away? You hung it on a tree to dry. You better make sure it didn't float off.
Do you need a spare one?
No.
I didn't know, Hans, if you probably didn't bring any of your tree cutting stuff today, hey?
No.
Okay. I might take it on myself to trim back some of these bushes on the side there. Hey, I recognize you. That's Zenobia.
And that's the famous Zenobia. Yeah.
Or is it Zenobia's twin sister?
Zenobia's twin sister.
So, yeah, the little steps you built got kind of shoved out of the way a bit, but I guess that's the thing with construction.
Well, yeah. Won't be bad though. I mean, at least now you've got something you can really work off of and kind of blend it or whatever, right? Or maybe fill it just in and make it so that you got a good landscape job.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever done, like, you go up in trees all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever done like that high level beamwork stuff that you see but guys
that
walk
I
along?
have not, but I have worked on the as a derrick hand on the service rigs.
And that's up pretty high.
That's probably, what would it be? Probably 40 to 60 feet high.
So you're not afraid of heights?
No, heights are a
There-
walk in the park.
There's a joke, there's a comedian named Stephen Wright, and he says, I'm not afraid of heights, I'm afraid of widths. Because you're up there and then you fall off, right? So
But yeah, no, that's usually all you got when you go
yeah.
walking a wall. That's about all you got.
I think you're one step away from the log driver's waltz there. You remember that cartoon? People in America around the world won't know it. They'll have to look it up online, but every Canadian knows the log driver's waltz. It's that little song that used to be on CBC. But we give you a plaid shirt and Zenobia could be your lady to dance with at the end and we'll be all set.
Oh, like what is that?
Yeah, that's the one where they're doing it.
That-
I think it was Kate and Ann McGarrigle actually did the music. Rufus Wainwright's mom and aunt. And Loudon Wainwright III's. Why do I know this random stuff?
I don't understand. You know so much random stuff.
But you know, I'll walk through a house and I'll be like, I wonder what this is for. And people at home will be like, don't you know anything? And then I know that the log driver's waltz was Rufus Wainwright's mom and aunt. Oh well. But let's, I was showing the folks how bad that roof is. I'm gonna hop down here. And it ain't pretty. That one side ought to scrape off real. I don't know if we need any plywood though, because it's pretty rough.
I'm thinking probably. I'm hoping not.
It's, well, this little garage is made out of real trees. 100-year-old compacted wood that'll hopefully be in decent shape still, but I guess we'll find out.
And then
Up he
I
goes.
take my trusty pointy shovel,
Yep.
which is meant for roofing or re-roofing.
And you go up and start scraping.
This side here.
Not much left of it.
I think we just caught it in time. You know what, hon? We should maybe trim these trees. I do have some pruning stuff in the back of the
I'll
truck.
do it.
I've got a little bit. I've got one of those poles too. I'll see if it's in the garage. Hey, I've managed to fill basically an entire garbage bag full of stuff. It's surprising how much debris blows in against your fence, especially when you're a store. You get little pop cans and all sorts of stuff that can be recycled. Abigail just went inside to go wash off the brush, and behind me, Hans is up on the roof, scraping off everything up there. I'll crawl up there and have a look with him in a bit. And Zenovia's back here making a wicker basket.
Yeah.
She's going bit by bit. Yeah, you can see there used to be a window on the side. It's there's nothing left but a broken frame now, sadly. Here, I'll go throw the rest of these sticks in there. I'll grab that. Let's see how things are going up on the old roof. How's the wood looking under there?
Actually, good here.
It's good?
Like most of it is all right. It has started to get a little weather, but it's all right yet.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good news. You know, as a kid, my grandma had a garage like this next to her house, and I'd always climb up on it, and I'd just hang out like Snoopy on top of the doghouse.
Oh,
I was always up on the roof. It was my favorite place to be.
did your mom worry about you?
She still worries about me. But yeah, I like hanging out on
I mean,
top
she's
of.
not like mine. She never worries about me.
Well, I worry about you.
I know, but you're a friend.
Yeah.
She's supposed to worry about me. She's
Yeah.
my mother.
Well, you got friends, and you got new friends and family now. I'm gonna run Abigail home. I'll come back later on to check on Hans and Zenobia. He's just scraping tiles. There's really not too much for me to do right now. So we'll head back to the house. You were a big help, Abigail.
Thanks.
It's like the biggest reaction ever, but you were. The paint looks great. It's all done and tidied up. So we'll go see Mom. You ready to go? All right, here we go.
Zenobia got up. I never made it down.
Yeah, I see. Somehow you got your way up to the top there. Oh, you're tied off. Yeah, but how long is that rope though?
No, it's not long. See, this is
Oh, you're tied. Okay, it's on that side.
Yeah.
And Hans is over on this side, laying down tile. How's it looking up there?
Well, the rest of it is good. The first of it was the row had a little bit of rot, but
Oh.
now we're laughing.
Did you have to replace any boards?
Yeah, just this bottom one.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. That's all new under there. And almost better than that, you got rid of all the shrub that was back here.
Yeah, nope, that's got some grip.
So this is your system. Zenobia, you're up top. You got the tile next to you, and then when Hans needs it, he just slides it down to you.
I slide it down.
You slide it down to him.
I should have been here 10 minutes earlier trying to watch me get up the ladder.
Well, I could watch you.
That was torturous, man. Torture. Pure freaking torture.
Hey, well, when was the last time you can say you're up on a roof was?
Probably might not be, I think once before my whole life.
Your whole life?
My whole life.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, I gotta say, I've been on, but there was receipt cans and they were straight pieces. So
Flat.
It's different than this.
They were flat.
They were flat. I
Th-
can handle that.
This is a bit of a steep pitch, too.
Yeah, is it ever? I couldn't bend my foot.
So, Hans, based on this roof, how old do you think this structure is? 100 years, maybe?
Gotta be.
But yeah, this is good old wood. It's not plywood, it's plank up here. They don't do that anymore. So you guys figure this is probably a 2-day project?
Yeah. Unless I can't get down and I make him help me, you know.
You're just gonna stay up there?
I'm just gonna stay.
She'll probably stay up there for the next 10 years. She probably won't come down.
I'll be this mascot.
She'll be your window.
The mascot. I'll be your wind.
You're gonna be the mascot up top here?
Yeah, and then,
The weather vane?
Wind vane. No, when the wind blows. Okay. Yep, it's that way.
Well, it's supposed to be nice out tomorrow, I think, too, right?
Yes, it is.
So is the goal to get basically just that one side done today and then...
Yeah,
come
and then
back.
we'll get this side tomorrow.
Okay, well, I'll leave you guys to it. I'm gonna head off and go visit with a friend I've had since I was in grade 7.
Oh, hey, that's right on.
Yeah, so we're gonna go check that out. So have a good night, guys.
You too, bud.
We'll see you soon. So I've come out with my friend Jason, who you might remember from other episodes.
Hey.
And we are at a parking lot of an A&W where occasionally people meet to talk about cars. And Hans and Zenobia have gone for the day, so we'll go back and follow up with them tomorrow. But in the meantime, we're going to enjoy the sun and enjoy looking at some cool cars. You never know what's going to show up at a car show, and this old Cadillac hearse would be right up my friend Bob's alley. This would be exactly what he wants. Morbid as it seems, there's many people who buy and collect old hearses and what they call service vehicles. I have one myself. I've got an ambulance. People always say, oh, a hearse is creepy, but I retaliate and say, well, nobody really ever dies in a hearse. Ambulance, on the other hand, well, that's another story. We've got what looks like a Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am sitting next to a Plymouth Fury. The movie Christine, I think it was a Plymouth Fury in Christine, a red one, but I don't see anybody run over by this. But look at the tail fins on this. This is what they call the toilet seat trunk lid. As the spare, it looks like you've got a spare tire there. Well, I guess you do, but they said it looked like a toilet seat. But look at the size of the fins on this thing. They are probably over a foot tall. I heard a story, Jason, that the police couldn't use a 59 Chevy because the fins come up on an angle, and when you get going up too fast, it actually lifts the back end of the car. I don't know what this would do. Yeah, and it's got that rectangular sort of steering wheel like my other Chrysler had. These are a car that have come around a lot in the last few years in terms of collectability. I always thought they were neat, but you got the T-tops. You just have to grow in a big bushy mustache and you're all set. This is my lawyer's truck, actually. And it's always good when you have a lawyer who is into old vehicles. This was his dad's truck. This vehicle is all original. And it's in phenomenal shape, right down to the original. I mean, everything's never been touched on it. Look at that, all the original wax on the firewall. The stickers are still here. And your dad bought this brand new?
He was the second owner.
Second owner. Well, he sure took good care of it.
He basically didn't use it.
No. So how many miles are on this?
35,000.
35,000. That's nothing. It's like brand new. So here's a funny little story. This is a Mercedes, I think this one's a 280 SL. When Melissa and I first got married, this is what I was driving on our wedding day. Not this car, but one like it. We had what was called the California Coupe. It was the same car, but it had a hard top that came off. Has the European headlight covers just like mine did. Mine was a navy blue sort of color. Same color interior. And the police pulled me over in the small town of Wainwright, and they gave me a heck of a hard time. And I was trying to tell them I was on my way to go get married, and they kept me there for not stopping long enough. Not that I didn't stop at a stop sign. He said I didn't stop long enough. So attracted the wrong kind of attention when I was a young guy, but what a car. If you ever want to look under the hood of a Corvair, and this one's a Corsa, which is kind of the hot model, you don't look there, you look back here, just like a Volkswagen. These are air-cooled. One of the very few air-cooled engines that they would have put inside of a GM. But cool little cars, literally and figuratively. And this one's in phenomenal shape. Now this is definitely something you don't see every day. It's a Bedford van. If you ever had a Dinky toy or a Corgi toy from the 50s or 60s, you probably would have seen a miniature of this. They use them as little milk delivery vans or vehicles. This has been customized greatly. Check out the funky grille, cool rims, and a really nice interior. I don't know how he got up on the curb, but he did. Probably one of my favorites of the show. It's not every day I can say that I've seen something for the first time, but this is it. This is a Valiant Charger. And to be honest, I don't even know the exact year. I'm gonna guess probably around 1974 or 5. It's a Chrysler, Australia, right-hand drive. I've got to imagine that even in Australia, this is probably a pretty unique vehicle. But somebody went to all the effort of bringing it to Canada. Never have I seen one of these before. It's not a Dodge, it's a Valiant Charger by Chrysler. Craziest little thing, but very, very cool. If you want to see something rare, how about this? A 1912 Kissel car. This is how they found it. It was being used as a tractor, but it's actually a fire chief's car. And look at what they've done. They put it all the way back to being exactly the way it was in the old days. Could you imagine being the fire chief and rolling up to the site on this? What an amazing vehicle and what an amazing piece of history. Absolutely crazy that it still exists and it's being driven now after serving as a tractor for all those years. You never know what's going to turn up when you come out to an A&W car show. There we go, he's going to start it up. There she goes. And lucky me, the owner of the car is nice enough to take me for a ride around the block. I feel like a kid in a candy store. Well, this doesn't happen every day. There you go, for riding the old fire chief car.
See you Wednesday, Tony.
I didn't hear you. He has a working siren on it. He had to ask these people to move. The siren did the trick. Well, there it goes. And I have to say, it's a lot faster than you think. We got up to 45 miles an hour in a heartbeat. The thing stopped on a dime. That is a true car, that is. Well guys, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna visit with my friend Jason, maybe grab a burger and just enjoy this wonderful evening here that we've got. So I'll check on Hans tomorrow and see how the roof is going. He's let me know it's halfway done. And then before long, we'll be getting the building put up and that'll be next week. So stay tuned for more episodes there guys, but for now, it's time to enjoy summer. Bye for now.